The individual that I am talking about is a resident of North County, San Diego. He lives in Fallbrook, California, just 15 miles away from Oceanside. And yes, he's a pioneer who has been personally employed by Walt Disney Company to be known, to belong to a certain group that is known as Imagineers. That group of people has worked on creating basically the memories of all of us here. To make a long story short, I would like to present to you a short video that talks about the great achievements of Roland Rolly Crump. Please enjoy it.
When I applied for a job at Disney, I was informed that I had the worst portfolio of anyone that ever applied for a job in animation.
Rolly is this kooky artist.
He really, in his work, embodies humor.
He's a force of energy, is what he is. He just comes into a room and he just lights it up.
He always got Walt's attention by his general manner.
If you looked up theme park designer in the encyclopedia, there ought to be a picture of Rolly, right after Walt.
And I think the bottom line with me was my imagination. I think Walt liked my imagination. This is the pencil that changed my life.
He would probably tell you that's his favorite, was the Tower of the Four Winds.
His model was absolutely gorgeous.
So Walt and I were standing there looking at it, and he said, "Well, what do you think, Rolly?" And I said, "I think it's a piece of crap." I said, "I really feel that the Haunted Mansion needs something other than just the straight ghost stuff." Well, the next morning I come to work and Walt's sitting in my chair and he said, "I didn't get an ounce of sleep last night because of all those sketches you showed me. What we're going to do is we're going to have a museum of the weird." This was the first thing that Walt saw. And he looked at it and he said, "Well, you know, we can't have birds in there." And John said, "Well, why not?" He says, "Because they'll poop in the food," because it was going to be a restaurant.
There's this whole tiki culture, and Rolly, he is a god in their world.
So he says, "Rolly, I want you to design the pre-show tikis." I went to the head sculptor and I said, "Walt bought off on these, so we got to get them sculpted." And Blaine said, "I don't have time." And I said, "Well, then who's going to sculpt them?" He says, "You are."
When a child sees the front of Small World, it's like, it's a kingdom.
The toys, the facade, and all of that was just pure, complete Rolly.
Walt said, "I'd like to do a little boat ride." Well, we all kind of looked at each other like, "Oh my God, he's lost it." We designed it, built it, and installed it in 9 months. And no attraction built by Disney has ever been done in that time frame. All these years, from the very first time I ever came to Disneyland and I saw the windows, I just thought, what a wonderful, wonderful reward that is to have your name in the window and, of course, what it is that you did. The interesting thing about it was we just made it up as we went, and we ended up doing things that we never thought we'd ever do before. So I think it was just that, like that Nike commercial says, "Just do it." That was Disney. He just did it.
Rolly, on behalf of Oceanside International Film Festival and Oceanside Cultural Arts Foundation, I would like to present you with the Lifetime Achievement Award for your contribution to the heart of entertainment industry with Walt Disney Company. And the lovely girls, here we go. They do their part the best. A Lifetime Achievement Award from OIFF 2016. And I would like to pass the microphone to you, Rolly, for if you would like to address the audience who are here to congratulate you.
Thank you very much. My problem is I can't stand up. This is, all right. Achievements like this are actually very special because as the years go on and you look back at what you did, and it dawns on you that it was just a job. I mean, we went to work, we just did what we wanted to do. And working with Walt, of course, was absolutely incredible. And for me to be able to actually work directly for Walt Disney was absolutely unbelievable. And the stories that I could go on for 4 or 5 days about what a delightful, wonderful man he was. And he taught us. And the one thing about working with Walt was when you walked away, you had learned, and you learned a lot. And luckily, my son here is also a Disney freak. He's working there at WED, and he's had to grow up under me and having to put up with all that when he was just a little guy. And all of a sudden, he ended up there and did a beautiful, beautiful job. And I think he's about ready to retire, aren't you?
I am.
So we've had a wonderful time, a wonderful experience, and I can't thank you enough, but I have to let you know that there's 1 million people that should receive this award. It's not just for one person, it's for all of us. So anyway, thank you very much.
And Rolly, congratulations also. What a lovely presentation of the whimsical Imagineer documentary that we showed as part of our film festival. Don't go away anywhere.
Yes. And thank you, Ken Kibo, for making it. It was absolutely perfect.
Thank you and congratulations.